Welcome back, everyone, to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. It's time for us to choose Flora as our wife. Like I said, for the normal playthrough, I will be going with marrying Bianca. But I just want to show off the wedding to Flora. A few minor things change. The major changes that happen, I will point them out and embedding little videos in the future videos of this playthrough. But like I said, I want to just show off the immediate consequences of marrying Flora. And so I'm going to marry her for this episode. So Bianca goes to help Flora out. And Master Ludman sends us on a quick quest to the mountain village to get the silk veil. That'll be needed for the wedding. And while we're getting that, our bride will prepare herself. So I'm just going to cut out the trip up to the mountain village because, you know, it's right up the river. So just save some time. But we head to the mountain village. We head into this little shop here, and the guy gives the silk veil, which is actually a pretty good headgear for your wife. It's also a unique headgear. This is the only time you can get one, so once she no longer uses that headgear, I'll throw it in the depository with all the other kind of unique items. We get some unique dialogue here from Duncan, Bianca's father, when we basically let him know that we're getting married, but it is not to Bianca. Oh, King Bean, what happened to Bianca? Getting ready for your wedding, huh? Oh, so you're going to marry someone named Flora. It's a bit disappointing, but what can we do? Don't worry about Bianca, she's a looker. If she wanted to, she could have any man drooling over her. Wahaha. Sadly, though, Bianca will not get married if you don't marry her. She'll have someone in the village later on who will basically say that, you know, he thinks she's attractive, but she'll never end up getting married. Where if we marry Bianca, Flora will end up getting married to Andy. And if we marry Flora, Andy will still end up getting married. Andy was Flora's childhood friend who was competing for us with the rings. Yeah, he'll end up marrying a dancer who comes to visit. So, yep, people still end up happy. So, like I said, the game kind of tries to deter you from marrying Flora. You know, and if you marry Bianca, don't marry Flora. Like I said, it seems like more people end up happy, but either way, you know, the game progresses no matter who you marry. So, yeah, the plot really doesn't change much. Like I said, we get a few things earlier. We get a few extra items to help by marrying Flora, but nothing game-breaking. We'll get some money sometimes. We'll get the Zenithian shield early, but since we can't equip it, since we're not the legendary hero, it basically will just sit in the depository until we find the legendary hero. So, yeah, it's not that big of a help. The best thing we get is actually, at one point, we get an armor, the flying water cloth, for Flora, a little earlier. Basically, Ludman keeps sending this soldier, one of those red colored soldiers with the swords, and they meet us at different towns and different dungeons, and basically give us the gift from Ludman to his daughter. So we're actually going to go to our wedding here. We see Henry and Maria there in the front. Bianca's there by herself. Ludman and his wife. And we take the vows. It's a but thou must situation. If you basically say no, then, you know, basically just you're forced to take the vows. So, and we've come this far, and we get the rings back, the flame and the water ring back, as you exchange the vows. Now we can actually equip them for good. They'll actually be needed. They're plot important later on. But for right now, they're just an accessory that you can equip. The flame on Bean and the water ring on your wife. The flame ring will cast like a fire spell, and the water ring will cast the blizzard spell. So, and we celebrate our marriage. We have a night together, and then we're going to over the night, Flora decided that, even though she's not really an adventurer like Bianca, she wants to accompany us on our adventure. She wants to go tell basically her father that. And we kind of see that Ludman really wasn't thinking that Flora was going to join us. I guess he just thought that, she was going to stay back here while we continue our journey to find the legendary hero. But in order to convince him that she's worthy, he's going to send us on a small little quest, a little mini quest, to basically gauge Flora's helpfulness. The interesting thing is, it doesn't matter how. He basically will ask you at the end of the quest, like how Flora did. It doesn't matter what you say. You can say she didn't help you at all, or that she was a big help. Either way, she'll end up coming with you. You can't jinx her and I guess keep her from accompanying you. Even though Ludman doesn't believe us when we tell him that Flora was helpful to us. So one of the advantages we get minor advantage we get when we marry Flora is we basically get a free inn here. We can stay here at Flora's house and recover. And the other thing we get is, like I said, we get early access to these 2 treasure chests. One has 2,000 gold, which, is nice, but gold isn't all that important. We can easily raise 2,000 gold just fighting monsters if we needed it that bad. And the second thing is the Zenithian shield, like I said, which is we can't use, so it'll just be taking up inventory space, so we'll throw it in the depository. This is where Flora basically mentions that she wants to come with us on our quest to find the legendary hero that Ludman was made aware of when Prince Henry told him it. So he said this on his quest. He says, take the ship up north. There's a shrine to the west of the mountain village, and there's a jar in there. See what color the jar is, and then come back and tell me. So, yeah, little mini quest. So even though Flora isn't an adventurer, she actually comes with equipment. She actually has like a morning star that like Merlin used to have. So she actually knows how to use weapons. Like I said, she's more of a spellcaster. She gets she doesn't have the fireball and the blaze spell like Bianca has, but she makes up for it by getting the strongest fire spell, explode it, and she gets a healing spell, heal more spell, and then she'll also get the day-night spell. So she gets a little bit of she gets one extra spell than Bianca. And she'll have one extra healing spell than Bianca, a stronger hit all fire spell and explode it, and then a support spell in the day-night. But otherwise, there's not too much difference between Bianca and Flora. Bianca will have a little bit stronger strength, so she might hit a little bit harder, but overall their equipment draw is still the same. So there would be in the end they'll be using the same weapon, the same armor, and everything. So one big difference though between your choice of wife though is the hair of your children is determined by your wife. So I guess they have the hair gene. If we marry Flora here, you'll see that our children will have blue hair. If we marry Bianca, they will have Bianca's straw-colored, yellowish type hair. And speaking of colors, let's go see this jar. You actually have to go inspect the jar. You can't just go into the room and see that it's blue. You have to inspect it to satisfy the game trigger to report back to Ludman. So the jar is shining blue. Now Ludman won't tell us why he sent us to see that jar, what's the importance of that jar. We'll learn about the importance of that jar later on in the game. We'll be coming back here. Either way, you get sent back here no matter who you marry. So there's that soldier, a sprite just like him is the one that will be coming around giving gifts. And when we get the gifts, where we would get the gifts, in the normal playthrough I'll show. I'll just insert that little clip into the episode so you can see where the gifts are given when you marry Flora. Because like I said, we'll be continuing the playthrough by marrying Bianca. Well, actually, I see Bianca's wedding. I'll go through the dialogue much slower and stuff in the next episode. But here we rest up. We get to go to report to Ludman. And I'm going to show off both little options here. But he's like, well, welcome home. He looks back safely. Jar is blue, that's good. And he's like, how did it go with Flora? If we say that she wasn't helpful, he's like, see, Flora can't even wield a sword. But she still says, despite Ludman saying that you're useless, you can't even use a sword, she's like, no, I'm still going with Bean. And then she convinces her father that, okay, you're going to go with Bean. I understand. And he gives us a ship. But if we say that she was useful, well, he doesn't really believe us. But at least he needs less convincing from Flora than to attend us on our journey. But the outcome is still the same. He says, go get my ship from Port Selmy and go start searching for the legendary hero. And that's what we will do. Not next episode, because next episode we're getting married to Bianca. Take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye.